Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Season 1, Episode 4 of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, titled Revenge of the Man Crab. We start off the episode with two teens setting up this volleyball net, and then one of them gets, got by this giant man crab thing. And we go to, the main mystery gang kind of watching this volleyball tournament, and then we get, Velma's kind of starting her controlling phase, she's like telling Shaggy he can't eat certain foods, and I'm just, sitting here thinking, my man's been downing thousands of calories a day for how long, and he ain't dropped dead yet? I mean, he's basically unhinging his jaw to eat these food. I'm sorry, but I think if he's gonna die, he already done it. But he listens, kinda. And at this point, Scooby's kind of getting suspicious, like, Velma. And we get the crab attack at the volleyball tournament. And again, good old Sheriff Bronson Stone proves to be pretty useless. I don't know how he got the job. He's got dirt on somebody. He's like, there's absolutely nothing I can do. We gotta keep it open. And so, it's kept open because Peter Trickle, or whatever his name is, the owner of Trickwood, which is just water that's probably sold for like $12.99 a bottle. And once you drink it, you're like, this tastes like it just got poured out of a tap. Like, this just... Ugh. So, they decide to, start doing, getting traps ready. Also, while the game was going on, Fred said, oh, look at them. They're so beautiful. Mind you, it's girls playing volleyball, so Daphne's like, the girls? And Fred's like, no, the net. No, I wonder what its tensile strength is. And Daphne's just like, oh, yeah. So then they devise a trap, and Velma gets got, or thrown into the mystery van. Then Daphne gets taken. And then, here's what I don't understand. Velma says she got taken by something that smelled buttery. This is not a real man crab, so why is it smelling buttery? Did the dude just lather up some butter on him for some shits and giggles? They eventually, catch the man crab, and it turns out it's this dude who was the mascot for Trickwood. And apparently he's the actual creator of Trickwood, and it was taken from him by Peter Trickle. And Daphne brings up it's Daphne or Velma, and she brings up, why didn't you just sue him? And he's like, lawyers take too long, but it's completely legal. It's completely legal. And if you have the paperwork or money, the trail that you created this and he stole it from you, you're going to win. But now you're just getting your ass locked in jail for like kidnapping, assault, destruction of property, public nuisancey, shit like that. Do the lawyer route. Do the legal route. It would have taken a while, yes, but it's because, they're making the case. They're making sure you can win. Oh, God, criminals. And I can't even say that, like, this is legitimately that some person in real life would do. Minus the crab monster, but this is something they would probably do in real life. And that's, oh, God, it's just something that makes you want to slap your hand to your head, like, God. You were given a brain for a reason, just use it. Use some logic. It's like the scene from Harry Potter where Hermione says wizards don't have a lick of logic or something like that. You know, it's just like nobody has logic at this point. Also, the main suspect was Budge Shelton or Skelton. And he, for some reason, no, not Budge, Skipper Shelton. And he, for some reason, shares the same name as the actual criminal, but they're not really related. I don't know. And his motive was that every time the volleyball game happens, they have to move his shed or his shack. Why don't they just have the volleyball field just lower instead of making this guy, you know, move his shack every time they have to have a game? And honestly, his threat was, you know, kind of fair. You know, he's got to pack up, move, then probably move back. You know, I don't know. I'd get a bit mad too. Also, you know, get some more from Mr. E. You know, Mr. E sends him a little newspaper clipping saying that the teens from the opening sequence weren't the first 2 kids to go missing. 4 kids got trapped in the caverns. And that's what gave the mystery gang that, hey, he's just, you know, traversing the caverns of the Mystery Cove. So that's, you know, how they catch the crab man. Meanwhile, Angel Dynamite is acting suspicious. Like, girl, like, come on. Try and act a little less suspicious. You know, and then Daphne gets back and she sees the clip and like, hey, these are the 2 kids from my locket. You know, the locket she got in the first episode. Also, Fred, once Daphne was taken, Fred lost his shit. He was like, we gotta get Daphne back. Why Daphne? Why? Obliviousness at its finest. And he still didn't understand it. And, you know, this is kind of, you know, what I really love about this show. It's got an overarching story, you know. There's the weekly mystery, but, you know, we gotta learn about the Curse of Crystal Cove, which was mentioned in the first episode. All these, you know, the locket, you know, see how the relationships unfold. And see how it goes from there. And again, I've never seen any other Scooby-Doos. This is the Scooby-Doo that I grew up with. Do the other ones have overarching stories? I haven't looked it up. I'm probably gonna have to see if this is like one of the first ones that have like an overarching story, or I don't know. I really enjoyed this one. You know, the furthering of the clues, seeing, you know. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.